Good morning, Philippines. This is Trinasha Marasigan
and Gilberto Remola, bringing you the latest news for today.
President Rodrigo Duterte apologized to the Jewish community following his pronouncements last week, saying he was willing to do to the country's criminals what Hitler did to the Jews.
Hitler and I will murder these 3 million drug addicts. But in doing so, I mentioned the word Jewish. And that was what was terribly wrong. And for that, I apologize. But I am never
Duterte said his apology during the opening ceremony of the Mascara Festival in Bacolod City. This comes after Duterte said last week that he was willing to slaughter 3 million addicts in the country under his intensified campaign against illegal drugs. This caused the international bodies such as the Pentagon, United Nations, and the Jewish groups to express their criticisms and dismay over his remarks. However, Duterte made it clear that it was not his intention to derogate the memory of the Jews and that he was only reacting to his critics who were referencing him to Adolf Hitler.
In other national news, viral on social media, a new doctor delivers a baby in the backseat of a car with nothing but a towel and a first aid kit. It had just been a week since Miko Manalastas passed the board exam, and 2 days after, he got his professional license. And we're lucky to have live with us today, Dr. Miko Manalastas with Bernadette Zambrano in UST Hospital. Bernadette?
I'm here live at the UST Hospital with Dr. Miko Manalastas. Hi Doc, good morning.
Good morning, Bernadette.
Thank you for having this interview.
Of course.
Just 2 days after getting your medical license, an emergency was already happened. What do you think when you're starting to realize that something will happen at that moment?
Well, I was actually very terrified during the moment and I froze for a bit because I didn't know what to do.
When you see that the baby's head was crowning already, what was going on your mind?
That I needed to do what I was made to do, and I'm glad that I delivered the baby.
What are your thoughts or feelings while you were delivering the baby?
Well, definitely I felt a sense of excitement,
Yes.
but mostly it was fear and anxiety because I was not in an ideal hospital setting. So therefore my resourcefulness was tested.
How does this all make you feel?
Well, of course, I'm very overwhelmed, but I'm very glad that it went good.
Anything you would like to add, Doc? Advice you can give to all aspiring doctors out there?
Well, for young doctors and veterans, you have to follow your calling. If the moment is presented, you need to do what you were supposed to do. And remember why you are doing this is to help other people.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Bernadette.
This is Bernadette Zambrano reporting for GV News.
For the world news, Colombians have voted to reject the peace deal with the country's main leftist guerrilla group, FARC, in a very close vote. The margin for no was razor-thin with 50.2% versus 49.8% who supported it. Here is Catherine Davila to give us more details.
Colombians have voted to reject the peace deal between the Colombian government and the FARC rebels. The deal promised to put an end to Colombia's civil war that has killed 220,000 people and produced scores of kidnappings, rapes, and torture. However, since President Juan Manuel Santos proposed the peace agreement, there were multiple protests against it.
We are here in Bogota, where you can see people behind me who came from different parts of Colombia who is now protesting against the peace agreement and is celebrating their victory. Here with me now is one of the voters who said no. Good day, ma'am. Why the Colombians said no to the peace agreement?
We said no because we believe that this agreement will bring us more war and injustice than the peace that it promised, and what we want is justice.
And now that the referendum said no, what can you say about that?
Well, I feel relieved, very relieved, and I can say that the others too, because we said no to communism that could enslave us all, and we protected Colombia's democracy along with our family's future.
Thank you, ma'am. No one ever wanted to return the fight. The Colombians might have spoken their disagreement. However, what will happen next to the peace agreement is still a question. This is Catherine Davila reporting.
Thank you, Catherine Davila. On the other hand, in Eastern Africa and Somalia, the Islamist militant group Al-Shabaab have claimed the responsibility for a car bombing that killed 4 people in the Somali capital. Here is Idani Baron for the details. Idani?
A vehicle packed with explosive was detonated near a prison run by the Somali National Intelligence and Security Agency in Mogadishu this Saturday.
The car was parked near a heavily protected facility where Al-Shabaab suspects are questioned. A pro-Al-Shabaab website posted that the car bomb had targeted a Somali intelligence officer in a nearby restaurant.
I was taking photos when a car full of explosives went off beside me. I fell on the ground and saw part of my body bleeding. I was with another journalist who was killed in the attack. Luckily, I survived, and my condition is improving.
Similarly, 2 car bombs and a truck bomb had exploded in the previous weeks and months, killing at least 4, 23, and 15 people respectively. This is Idani Baron reporting for GB News.
Thank you, Idani Baron. GB News Report will be right back.
Finally, Ariel happened to me. One wash clean, sa lavada for just $7.50. Finally, Ariel happened to me. Ang gaan sa bulsa, cause it's just $7.50. Finally! Wow!
Pilipinas, celebrate dahil finally, $7.50 na lang ang one wash clean ng Ariel.
Lam Shuji, a 25-year-old University of Melbourne student majoring in chemical and biomolecular engineering, has made a possible breakthrough in modern medicine after she discovered a possible alternative for antibiotics. Let us hear more from Seychelles Drilon for this news.
While working on thesis about antimicrobials and superbugs, Shu Ji has developed a polymer chain that can destroy antibiotic-resistant bacteria without harming healthy cells. The World Health Organization lists superbugs as a key threat to human health because it is now resistant to all forms of antibiotics. Antibiotics are beginning to lose their efficiency, and what Shu Ji has done shows great potential to save lives from the growing infections each year. However, her research is still in its early stages and is estimated to be tested to humans and be commercialized in about 5 years. This is Seychelles Drilon, GB News Report.
Power distributor giant Meralco has signed up 100 megawatts of solar power as part of efforts to diversify supply and bring down rates. The company has inked contracts for 50 megawatts each with Solar Philippines Tanawan Corporation and Power Source First Bulacan Solar Incorporation, the first renewable energy power supply contracts in its portfolio. The offers coincided with the recent conclusion of the second round of feed-in tariff, or FIT, for solar last March. Both solar developers have offered a price of 5 pesos 39 centavos per kilowatt hour for a period of 20 years, lower than the latest solar FIT rate of 8 pesos 69 centavos per kilowatt hour, once the respective projects start operation. Australia-based International Energy Consultants, or IEC, Managing Director John Morris, said having renewable energy within Meralco's supply portfolio will definitely shield it from outside factors.
Car maker Toyota released a mini robot that could provide companionship for lonely people. The palm-sized Kirobo Mini speaks with a baby voice and is small enough to be taken everywhere with its owner. Fuminori Kataoka, general manager in charge of the project, says its value is emotional and it could be a faithful companion for the home or the car. It is equipped with camera, microphone, Bluetooth, and voice recognition. The idea of companion robots is already widely accepted in Japan since more people were now living alone, including the elderly and young singles. And they need someone or something to communicate with. The robot will be launched in Tokyo and near the company headquarters before a planned nationwide rollout next year. However, there are currently no plans to sell it outside Japan.
19 well-prepared athletes will carry the Philippine colors in the 2016 World Pumse Taekwondo Championships to be slated this week in Lima, Peru. 3 officials, delegation head Igor Mela, foreign coach Ji Ho Che, and international referee Stephen Fernandez are also included on the national squad, which will banner PLDT Home Ultera and MVP Sports Foundation. The Filipino players will vie against 74 other countries like Korea, China, Spain, France, Chinese Taipei, and the United States. Let us hear from Cheyenne Castillejo with one of the athletes.
We are here with Patricia Santos, one of the most promising athletes who will compete in the Pumse competition. Good day, Patricia.
Good day too.
Now that the competition is only a week away, how do you feel?
Of course, I feel a bit tense and nervous, but knowing that I'm going to represent the Philippines and we're going to fly to Peru, I feel very excited.
Could you tell us what Pumse Taekwondo is?
Pumse is a very vital element in Taekwondo. We basically use our hands and feet and interconnected techniques like blocking, punching, thrusting, and kicking.
What kind of preparation have you done?
We have been practicing since last year, and ever since then, our training has been so intense and really hard on us. But knowing that, I know that the Philippines is gonna bring medals this year. It also exposed the Filipinos who are gonna compete in the 2018 and 2017 Southeast Asian Games and Asian Games.
Thank you, Patricia, and good luck. This is Cheyenne Castillejo reporting for GB News.
Thank you, Cheyenne Castillejo.
And that's the GB News for today.
Philippines is only 68 days before Christmas.
Once again, this is Trinasio Marasigan
And Gilberto Remulla, hoping that your news
is good news. Have a good day.
Uy, Fita. Huh? Fita ko yan!
Fita ko yan.
Ikaw, anong gagawin mo para sa Fita?
Sorry.
Fita, sarap kasi.
Mm.